Greetings, Herbal M, and welcome to my plant study of catnip. And I know I have kept the name of the herb that I was plant studying a surprise, and I surely hope that you like it. I have worked very hard on it, not to mention had to download about half a dozen things to get my computer up and running the way it should be, and then there was just the obstacles that were set in my way. Anyway, I overcame them all, and here you get a plant study of catnip. Now, catnip is also known as Nepita Cataria. It is a member of the mint or Libiaceae family, and the common names are listed as follows: catnip, catmint, catnep, catrup, cat's play, cat's wart, shishushtzao, English catnip, nep, and nip. If you didn't catch that name a little bit ago, I'm fairly certain it was written in Chinese. So if you are Asian and you find my accent or my pronunciation totally deplorable, I am so sorry. I don't speak Chinese. Anyway, catnip is a perennial herb belonging to the Libiaceae, or mint family. It is a beautiful herb growing in lush mounds of green to grayish foliage. The flowers come in a range of colors from lilac purple to white, with mauve or burgundy spots inside of the blooms. The plant stems are stiff and slightly woody, although they aren't that big around. And the flowers grow in upward spikes that last from late spring until late summer or early autumn. The plants are green to grayish with a furry appearance. Catnip causes the trademark effect of causing cats to rub and sniff the plant obsessively. This is because the volatile oils in catnip contain a compound that is a feline aphrodisiac. Although this is annoying if you are trying to keep a plant and Fluffy is loving it to death, literally, this is a harmless high to cats, and there is no reason to worry about it hurting them. Now on to cultivation. Catnip is an herb commonly grown in household gardens as well as wild. When growing wild, the plant prefers open spaces and moist, chalky soils. Catnip can be propagated in a variety of ways, and here are a few of them. The roots can be divided in spring or fall, and you may take cuttings in the summer. And it can also be easily started from seeds. It likes light, well-drained soil and full sun. Any dead flower stalks should be pruned off after the flowering season has ended. Now on to the good stuff. Medicinal uses. Now, it is commonly known that catnip is a wonderful herb to help you to relax. This is because there are compounds in catnip that are similar to those found in the common sedative herb valerian. These compounds can also be helpful in treating coughs. Another ability this herb possesses is that of being a diaphoretic, or in other words, to reduce fevers by causing one to sweat without increasing the person's body heat. This makes it invaluable for treating colds, flus, and other feverish illnesses. Catnip also has some qualities relating to the gastric system. Drinking a tea of catnip is a good carminative drink to help relieve gas pains and flatulence, and it is also noted that a cup of catnip tea can sometimes alleviate diarrhea. Another thing about catnip to mention would be catnip's emmenagogue properties, helping with the female reproductive system. A cup of catnip tea is good for relieving menstrual cramps and to promote menstruation. Now we get to explore catnip's sedative effects. As I mentioned before, catnip has compounds in it similar to those in valerian, making it a wonderful sleep aid without any drowsiness the next day. And it is good for treating restlessness, nervousness, headaches, tension, colic, and surprisingly enough to me, insanity. One of catnip's most well-known uses is that it is a wonderful remedy for children. Also, catnip has certain healing qualities for the skin, making it helpful as a poultice or fomentation for treating cuts, bruises, and other such injuries. Now, this is preparation information. Yeah, I know. Anyway, catnip has been found to have almost no negative effects from use, although in large doses it can be emetic or cause you to vomit. Wonderful. Catnip is best suited to teas, infusions, and tinctures, and making these types of preparations will give you better outcomes. But other preparations of this herb will offer a different set of uses, so study up and experiment a little bit for yourself. You never know what you might find. Anyway, now come the recipes. The moment you've all been waiting for, me telling you how to make this stuff. Now, I'm going to give you some recipes, one for a tea and one for an infusion. First is sedative catnip tea. Boil 1 cup of water and add 1 teaspoon of catnip. Use 1 teaspoon regardless if the herb is fresh or dried. Steep for 20 minutes, and when it is cooled, unless it is intended as a fomentation or wash, add honey or another sweetener and cream to your taste. Gastric catnip infusion. Now, this recipe comes from A Modern Herbal by Margaret Grieve, also known as Maud Grieve to some. Now, she recommends an infusion of 1 ounce herb to 1 pint boiling water. To a jar, add 1 pint of boiling water and pour it over a metal butter knife. Now that seems strange, but it will keep you from breaking the jar, trust me. Add the herb and allow it to sit for 2 to 4 hours. And this may be taken in tablespoonful doses, frequently to reduce pain and flatulence from gastric issues. Now, that concludes this plant study, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.